Lsfl family. I got the wrong thing up. It's time.
I'll be a doctor tonight, Jason.
It's time for Inside the Lsfl. And I'm assuming when Fred gets back, I'll get a yeah right there. So
yeah.
All right, so we got a lot to go over week one. Some great news for some, not so great news for others. Some of us got a little cocky, maybe feeling themselves way too much. So let's start with our introductions real quick. Now that I fixed the window, let's start with Greg. The juice is loose. Mayor, welcome to the studio.
I'm the juice, not Matthew Berry, Jason. You know why I'm saying that.
Yes, indeed, I do. All right. Let's welcome in Nick. You got Flandered Macaronis.
Hi.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. All of us up here on the show, and all of us are fucking losers. Although we are missing Fred tonight, who really was a big winner overall. I mean, not just in our league. He won in Mark's league big. He won in every league. Yeah, he won in a lot of leagues big this week. So hats off to the Jester. Really came out showing his might this week, but we'll get all to that later. We're gonna begin tonight with a new and improved stat check. All right, so let's start with a stat check, and we're going to start with our power rankings. I'm going to go ahead and lay them up there for you. Man. Number 1, the Jesters. Number 2, Bucks. 3, Grimace. 4, Bombers. 5, Rattlers. 6, Goats. 7, Jets. 8, Eldorados. 9, Sharks. 10, Dragons. 11, Massacre. And at the bottom of the barrel, it is the Pennsylvania Predators. Oh, Nick, I just got one quick thing to say to you before we start.
You stunk it up.
Listen, I got a special, don't worry, Nick. I got a special little news segment tonight, and I'm going to bust out on myself tonight. So don't worry. We got plenty of fun to go. All right. So any quick thoughts? We'll start with the juice. Any quick thoughts on the power rankings? Any surprises? And what I really want to get from you as you look at it scrolling across here, any pretenders or contenders you see. So anyone down at the bottom you think will be good, anyone at the top you think are pretending should be down. So let's start with you on that. Bring it. Go ahead, Juice.
Obvious. Jose. I don't think he's going to be that high for the rest of the season. And I got a bone to pick with you. I should be ranked ahead of you. I know you're doing this on scores, but if you as an owner, put a player in your lineup that's not playing, you should not be ranked above me. So that's my bone to pick with you. So I should be ranked one spot higher than you just for that fuck up.
All right, we'll have plenty of time to discuss that for sure. All right, Nick, how about you? Anybody on there you see as a contender or a pretender?
Well, two things. Number one, I should be ranked 13th, and based on my score, I'm not qualified to pick anybody. So I'm going to buff on myself. Because I have flandered myself pretty damn bad this week. So I'll just leave it at that. I'll let the records speak for themselves. I'm not saying nothing.
All right, so continuing with the Stat Shack, the AFC ran wild, against the NFC 4-2. this past week. I mean, pretty impressive by the AFC. And let's go with division wise. The NFC North, though, 2-1 versus the AFC South. So they showed improve there. So we know what the one loser was. And and then let's bring up the AFC West, bringing it 3-0 versus the NFC East this week. So big first week indeed for the AFC in general. Guys, any thoughts on the conferences and the domination of the AFC thus far?
It's still early. Like, it's the first week of the season. We had one fluke win from the AFC South. Yes, I'm going to call it a fluke because Aaron Rodgers usually doesn't have games like this. So, Jose, you're lucked out. So, it's too early, man. It's like, okay, you got week one. Big whoop.
Nick, how about you?
No, AFC is pretty usually dominant as always. So, not for nothing, but, I got a text today and someone was making fun of me. I won't say who it was, but
nah, you can't hold back, bro. You gotta, bro. What's it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the show's for. Go ahead, let it out.
Okay, so Nick K said something about, I said something last week and he enjoyed it. And Free goes, I knew who that jab was at. And I responded, well, it's not a jab if it's true. So I sucked last week. So again, you got to step it up. That's all I got to say. And the saving grace is my whole division is 0-1. So I'm still tied for first place.
Indeed. And my saving grace is the person on top of the division is Jose. All right. Well, let's
poor Jose. He can't win from losing.
All right, we're going to move on to this or last week's breakdown.
Don't stop, get it. Don't stop, get it. That pussy, rock that pussy. That pussy, work that pussy.
I like that. Why did you stop it?
The funny thing is, I didn't hear the rest. I heard the breakdown. That was all I needed. And I was like, it goes a little bit more. I didn't even listen to it. I didn't know what the rest was, but that's funny. All right. Let's get fired up. All right, let's start with our last week's breakdown. And listen, I just want to get this over with. So let's address the elephant in the room and get this done. All right, so the Bronx Bombers defeat the Orlando Sharks. That makes their 100th win after 18 long years of service. So congratulations. 98.95 to 94.15. Now we do remember I do remember the show. I was definitely feeling myself. We were all banging on Mike. I was feeling good because Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper, they really put it on for me. That was 31 points for Dak, 25 for Amari. Chris Carson with 11.7 finished me out. For Mike, though, he comes back strong with Pat Mahomes, 36 points. Tyler Lockett had a big day, 22 points as well. And as we were doing, I believe it was the podcast, we were watching the Sunday Night Football, and at the time, he almost got in earlier too, and he just missed. And then I'm watching with Mary Jane, and she has Cooper Kupp in another league. So when he went for that touchdown, I was like, oh, I pray to God he's in, because if not, I know it's about to happen. And sure enough, and Henderson comes in, gets that TD. It was a wrap for me. But let's address the elephant in the room. Obviously, the OBJ thing. I mean, what a fucking dumbass I am. I really don't have any other excuse for what a complete fucking idiot I am. Yes, sorry, what?
No, we're just pointing at you.
Oh. I'm like, what's going on?
You know what, Jason? With your fuck up, I got a new idea for a segment.
Yes.
The jackass owner of the week. Can you make that for me? Because you would get the jackass of the week this week.
Yeah, actually, I just noticed.
Hee-haw.
I actually had something set up. Unfortunately, I didn't cue it up in time. But while you guys talk, I'm going to try to cue it up. I do have actually a new segment called the Dumbass of the Week.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so just give me 1 second. Hopefully it'll come through. I'm waiting it while we're on here, and hopefully I can snag it while we're talking. So let's talk about this fucking game. You
let me down. You let me down. Dude, you spoke so highly of Devontae Smith, so highly. And as an expert that you are, AKA the commish, AKA the guru, AKA the GOAT, supposedly in the LSFL. You didn't know Odell wasn't playing? When I got the news, I was trying to skim through and said, who has Odell? And I looked. Damn. You let me down. You really let me down, Coop. You let me down.
Nick, what are your thoughts, real quick? Let's get this fucking done.
Well, I thought it was sad and funny at the same time. I thought it was funny because you said the text, guess who doesn't need Matthew Berry anymore? Not me.
Yes.
Not me. And then you go and you play Odell. Oh, by the way, he's out this week as well. So
yeah, I did see that. See, the thing is, like, okay, so to be fair to me, during the off season, Dr. Miller on our show, like, of all the people, he was really high on OBJ, like saying was going to come back. So first, I trust him in that. All right, to be fair, and when after that show, and yes, I talked all about Devontae Smith. I talked about starting him, and then when I went and sat down, sitting there chilling, getting ready for Sunday, and I saw this little thing. It was in red, and it literally said OBJ, full participant, no limitations. So my thought was, okay, cool. Mike's got Pat Mahomes later. Let me get somebody to offset Pat Mahomes in that game. That was my thought behind it. And yeah, it definitely did not come to fruition for me. All right, we got to move on. I don't want to sit here and talk about this fucking shit all night. However, sure? I do want to make good on my promise to Mike Hernandez. As live on the show, I promised last year that once he got his 100th win, I gave him $99 for Christmas, and when he got his 100th, he'd get $1. So I'm about to transfer it right now. Here we go. Mike, here is your $1. Congratulations. You earned it. Okay.
I also $100 for my 100 wins.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
So thank you for delaying, and now I can introduce myself, because this will be a segment going forward, because someone else is going to do it every week. The Dumbass of the Week.
Dumbass. Thank these. They call me dumbass. Black guy need
Stupid. Where'd you get that song?
I on TikTok, I looked up dumbass and I saw it came up. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Jason, you got to add a hee-haw after that shit.
I know. I was looking for something hillbilly, but then when I saw that, I was like, oh no, that actually goes with the vibe of the show. So I like that.
That's
all right, let's bring down Greg's vibe and bring up the next game. The Dallas Grimace defeating the Dragons 105.75 to 92.8. It was for the top performers for the Dragons. Lamar Jackson had a great Monday night, just wasn't enough. 24 points. Gronkowski with 21. And Damian Harris, we talked about him on the show, had a good game, 11 point. Well, he had a decent game, 11.7. Sam Darnold, 23 points for the Grimace. Corey Davis with 21.7. Adam Thielen, 21.2. That's just like the Grimace, though, to play Sam Darnold. Who else plays Sam Darnold week 1? Who else but the Grimace and against your Jets?
But what hurt, it wasn't Sam Darnold. What hurt is that he put Corey Davis in the goddamn flex. Bro, 21.7 points from Corey Davis.
It's like he was playing mind games with you before and even during and now after. That stings, bro. That stings.
Because he had Kyle Pitts. He had Kyle Pitts in the starting lineup. He was going to go double tight end with Pitts and fucking Mark Andrews. And at the last minute, he takes out Kyle Pitts and pull Corey Davis. Like, and this is the only time I'm going to do this. I'm going to give Ken his fucking props on this. I'm giving you your props. I give you your props, sir. I give you your props for making that move. I'm
gonna come up with something for him. I gotta get a little video because man, let's say this though. Let me also. I totally forgot. This is going from last year, 4-0 now. Against could be again the king of the North.
You're a dick because I played him first game last season too after the Lsfl Bowl. So I don't know why I got him on my schedule first game of the season this year either. So that's some shit.
Get that crowd ready, buddy, because you got 2 more games.
I thought we couldn't play I thought we couldn't do a tight end in a flex.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can. Apparently, we voted in a long time ago. I don't even remember. Yeah. Apparently, this was voted in at some point. I do remember having the conversation now, but
we did.
Yeah, because you even trash talked Ken. He said, "Who dressed tight ends back to back and can't start them the same week?"
Stop.
Hey, so while we're on now I know we're past on my game, but I just noticed in the comment section there looks like to be a little video from the original BXB Productions. I don't know what this is, but let's see if I can play it. I don't know if I can play it. Here we go. This is gonna be good. Oh, that's it?
What was it?
It's like a target. I don't know I don't know what that means.
Oh,
whatever. Okay.
On point. Okay, Mike.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
You could have came on the show and did that.
I definitely could have. He was definitely offered multiple times. So whatever.
All right, let's move on from my game.
All right, Nick. Well, we didn't hear Nick's comments. Any comments about the King of the North starting off once again 4-0 now against the North against Greg?
Well, every time he starts off big, he shits himself. So, what am I going to say? History repeats itself? What am I going to tell you? I don't know. Let's hope for better ending, but not too much better.
Like, you know what? It was a weird week 1. Like, I don't get it. And if we're gonna go when we go to other games, you're gonna see that it was weird. You had some players that usually didn't perform, and some players that don't perform like Corey Davis, 21 fucking points.
Yeah,
fuck out of here, man.
Elijah Mitchell,
fuck out of here. Elijah, bro.
Well,
exactly.
If you knew anything about the 49er backfield, you knew it was going to be somebody that was going to come out. It wasn't whoever they were promising.
Man, let's move on with this bullshit. Fuck
All
this.
right, well, since I brought down one co-host mood, let's bring down the other co-host mood and bring up the San Francisco Goats annihilating the Pennsylvania Predators, 90.35 to 66.75. Ooh, boy, this was god-awful. The Predators, they were led by Tom Brady had a good night, 30.95. David Montgomery, solid, 17.8. And Antonio Gibson with 10.8. Chubb on the other side, that was a great game by him, 22.1. The Goats had Herbert as well, 18.75. And Miles Sanders, 13.3 points. That was kind of nasty. Juice, what you got to say about this one?
This could have been worse.
Ooh,
that's bad. He has Deebo Samuel on the bench with 24.9 points. He have Marvin Jones with 13 points. Nick.
Yes, sir.
I understand the thinking of benching Cleveland because they're playing Kansas City, but how did your stomach feel when you saw Jameis throw touchdown after touchdown after touchdown against Green Bay, and Ben Ayuk can get you nothing, Robert Tonyan didn't get you nothing? I thought I had it that week.
And you can tell you didn't listen to Wake Up with TSS Fantasy as well.
Neither did you.
Did you? Right, you did.
No, Greg, to answer your question, my stomach felt great because I didn't watch the game. I didn't even know that Jameis threw for 5 touchdowns. It could have been better if I would have played Kareem Hunt and TJ Chark. But oh no, I had to go play Ayuk, who was not on the injury report. There was nothing saying that he was not going to play. Then I had to go and play Green Bay's defense because apparently Aaron Rodgers' piddly ass woe is me persona took over the whole damn team. They didn't do dick. They didn't try to do dick. And then Robert Tunyon had 0.8. So what do you do with 2 goose eggs and a -10? You lose. So
Nick,
I got my ass handed to him.
Can I ask you a quick question? Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Why did you bench Kareem Hunt?
Why did I bench Kareem Hunt?
Yeah.
Because the guy on the box on Wake Up with TSS Fantasy told me to. No, it's because Ayuk was not on the injury report and he was playing Detroit. That's why.
But Hunt, never mind. All right.
I know. I understand your question.
Listen. I don't listen because last year when we did this show, we all second guessed ourselves a lot, and I don't want you to do that. I was just trying to figure out what you were thinking. That's all.
That's what I was thinking.
Don't stress it. All
right, so
would have a bigger game against Detroit.
I would. I forgot to mention earlier. Our other co-host, unfortunately, couldn't join us this evening. He is coming back. He'll be back. He'll be back for the LSFL Game Day Live on Thursday or Friday, whatever day we decide. However, I did reach out to him. We talked a little bit. I told him, he doesn't have good service, so I had to tell him, who lost and what. So from Honduras, we have a first 2020 SWAT of the week.
Come on and come on, everybody know me. I'm the class clown all around, and every day they hold me. It was hilarious.
What the hell was that?
What was that?
It was the intro. Hold on.
Was that Busta Rhymes?
That's what it is, a SWAT of the week. It pains me to do this, especially to my co-anchor, but it needs to be done with his double zeros. So, Nick Flandered Macaronis, you flandered yourself. And you are the SWAT of the week. That's what it is.
Oh, that's awesome.
You got internationally swatted.
International.
Like
we've made it.
I am internationally known.
We've made it when we're doing SWATs in other countries. That is amazing. Great job,
awesome.
Freddie. We appreciate you, Freddie, doing that all the way from Honduras. All right, let's move on. We have the next matchup. This was the snore of the week. The Miami Rattlers all over the Boston Massacre, 92.95 to 75.5. For the Massacre, it was Darren Waller, 16.5. Alvin Kamara, 15.1. I try to tell you guys, watch out for him. Robbie Gould, that's when you're in trouble. Your number 3 guy is your kicker, 12 points. For the Rattlers, Matt Stafford, great night, 27.55. Kelsey with 19.6. Robbie Anderson with 11.7. So decent night for the Rattlers, and pretty surprising after all that talk about the Jose's team. He show improved and went 1-0. Juice, what you got to say about this matchup?
This is the shocker of the year because you cannot. How can you win a game when your starting running back gives you 0.2 fucking points, and your other running back gives you 4 points, and you still win? Like, what's the saying? The sun shines a dog's ass like once a day or some shit. Jose, I love you, man, and I know you always talk about I'm trying to bash you, but I love you. I really do. You're my friend. I love you, bro. But this is the luckiest shit because this is one of the worst drafted teams ever. And for you to pull out a week 1 victory, congratulations on your week 1 championship. Congratulations.
Yo, I do want to foremention that the expert that we had on all of the teams that he was like the A. There was Craig and Nick. They are both 0-1. By the way, they gave him high marks, and I believe he gave Freddie a C or something.
Yeah,
and
but then he gave Jose a D, like he was trying to be nice.
Our team. Oh, that's true. That's right. That's yeah. So again. So it's funny how that's why we have TSS Fantasy, because quite honestly, nobody knows shit.
But bro, you're telling me his starting wide receivers combined for like friggin' 11 points? How do you win?
Right.
How? You know how? Because Aaron Rodgers only gave Nick K.
Hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. Nick, what are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I mean, Greg just nailed it. And then he got his big winner with Stafford with 27.5 points. I mean, other than that.
I told y'all.
And Kelsey had 19-6. So, yeah, I don't think there was any way that Nick could have won no matter who he played.
Yeah, Matt Stafford looked good. He definitely did look good.
Diggs had 16. Goddard had 10. Ingram had 14.5.
Yeah.
Honestly, all he needed was Aaron Rodgers to have like 20 more points, and he would have won the game. A regular Aaron Rodgers game, and Nick would have won.
Right. For sure. Well, he did not, and he is 0-1. Jose is 1-0, believe it or not. All right, let's go on to last week's game of the week. It was the Brooklyn Jesters. Wrong one, my bad. It was the LA Buccaneers 118 over the Bronx Jets 113.8. A rematch of the Fantasy Bowl of last year. What a game this was. It was definitely built up for the game of the week for a reason, and it definitely lived up to, just like the Fantasy Bowl last year. And the Bucks also pulled it out just like last year. The Jets' top performers, Tyreek Hill, 26.1, Josh Allen with 21.9, and CeeDee Lamb, 16.4. For the Bucks, they had Russell Wilson, 29.6. It's Wilson, the Hopkins, Cook. We're done. Is that what we're going to say this year? It might be 20.3 for him, and Dalvin Cook, 16.4. We could be heading in that direction once again. The Bucks are 1-0. Juice, what you got to say about this game?
I told y'all last week when I was the lone wolf picking AJ in against the Jets. That guy got Wilson. He has Cook. He has Hopkins. Ridley had an off game. He still has Calvin Ridley. And DeAndre Swift, he didn't even start the game. He got 16 points. So great win, AJ. True sign of a champion. Great win. Eric, not a bad week. Valiant effort, but man, AJ, you got another scary team, bro. This could be a dynasty in the making.
Ooh. Could we see it right here? Wow. Hey, it could be. All right, Nick, what's your thoughts?
Like Greg said about one of the other games, it could have been worse. He actually said that about my game. It could have been worse. Gordon has 17.8 and Hurts had 31.4.
Yes.
So, I mean, he left some big points on the bench, and Gainwell had 10, But, yeah, it's week one wonders. I'll tell you what, I was said on the other show. Some teams showed up, and some teams said, we'll be here.
Yeah. No, it's very
true. Week one.
Well, speaking of teams that showed up, let's go to our final matchup. And our co-host that's not here, he definitely showed and proved for us this week. 118-45 over the Dorados, 109.5. The Jesters, I mean, wow, what a game for them. Top performers, Kyler Murray, 36.45. Hawkinson, 17.7. They look like they're really going to target him. And I like Godwin this year, too, and 16.5 for him. For the Dorados, Joe Mixon, 21 points. Tannehill, still with that shitty performance, still with 20 points. I mean, still okay. And Christian McCaffrey with 18.7. So a good night for the Dorados, just wasn't enough to beat the Jesters, who, by the way, is our team of the week. So congratulations to him. We'll go to his interview in a second. Juice, what do you got to say about this game?
I'm impressed, Freddie. You lost Gus Edwards week one, but you still had enough depth at the running back position with Taylor and Jacobs. I'm not sure why you started Tevin Coleman, but It didn't matter. Did not matter. Great game. My hat off to you, sir, while you enjoy your vacation. But I will be seeing you soon down the road.
Ominous. All right, Nick, thoughts on this one?
I'm just glad somebody on this panel got a win. One of our experts got a win. I'm just happy because right now we all look like shit. You know, the league has every right to say whatever they want against us.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Believe it because it's true. Anyway, yeah. So hats off to Freddie. Hopefully he doesn't get any more. So.
All right. Well, speaking of Freddie, again, as a true champion should, he got to us live from Honduras. Here was his interview on being Team of the Week.
What's up, fellas? Thank you for Team of the Week. AJ was close, super close. I'll try to go for it again next week. And that guy who gave me that C- rating for my team, you should have listened to TSS Fantasy as well. See you guys.
Hanging out in the closet.
Hanging out in the closet, indeed. I feel like that's going to be the phrase of the year. You should have been listening to TSS Fantasy. So congratulations to our guy. Here he goes right here, chilling, enjoying his money and his new car with his new $50. All right. So any final thoughts before we close it out, fellas?
Jose, you're a lucky bitch.
Back to Jose.
Lucky bastard.
Nick, any thoughts before we close out week 1?
I better start watching TSS Fantasy Live.
Yeah.
Sunday mornings because apparently the host put together his own lineup.
Well, the host was actually right. He just, second guessed himself. So, and this week it's going to be fun because it's going to be right before I head down to Miami for a huge game in Buffalo. So I might actually broadcast a little bit while I'm down there, depending on the internet is. So I think that'll be a fun, It's going to be a fun day for sure. But I got a feeling I'll be riding home with fucking sad face on. All right.
If Freddie can do one from Honduras, you can do one from Miami.
Indeed, I can. That's true. It's just the internet.
Mobile.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try it for sure. I'm going to bring my little lapel mic. It's on and popping for sure. All right, so let's close things out tonight. LSFL family, we appreciate you. So this is how we'll do the show from now on inside the LSFL. We'll be on Tuesday nights, and then when we decide on Thursday or Friday, we'll have the preview show, which would be LSFL Game Day Live. We do appreciate you, and we are out.
We're on a mission, guys. We're on a mission, guys.